Hello, everyone. My name is Jay Kong. I'm a sales engineer at KCI. Thanks for attending to our webinar today. Today's webinar is about introducing the BRYX, but same time introducing BRYX, how our machine learning platform can be integrated with the construction camera manufacturers. So that being said, Kathleen, can you please move to the next slides? So we like to give you our missions and who we are as a BRYX and what is the ideas about the BRYX platform. So the BRYX is the AEC focus machine learning platforms that we consider three things: the inefficient workflow, the safety, and also we wanted to save time, especially nowadays the labor shortage is happening. And since it's geared towards the AC industry, we cover water, transportation, construction, site facility, and utilities. So this is the what we cover as a BRYX platform. And today's agenda is I have two speakers. One is John Adam. He is the safety managers at directors at KCI. And we have a product manager, Kathleen Bills, who will be also going over about the BRYX and how BRYX can be integrated with the construction camera manufacturers. So that being said, I'll pass this to John Adams.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for the introduction, Jay. My name is John Adams. I'm a Director of Safety for KCI Technologies. So I wanted to just go over a couple of broader topics for safety on a construction site. Back in 2020, the National Institute of Health and the National Library of Medicine published a white paper study titled Personal Protective Equipment Use and Its Relation to Accidents Among Construction Workers. The main objective of this paper and of this study was to measure the prevalence of PPE use and accidents and their associated factors among construction workers. And one of the final recommendations from this study was that continuous PPE use, training, and regular monitoring of PPE use among workers should be enforced. So large construction sites are often multidisciplinary, and they're managed by a general contractor who's overseeing multiple subcontractors. Different trades might include masonry, carpentry, heavy equipment operators like excavators and cranes, and then engineers and scientists that are there to assist with the labor that's taking place at the project site. We can go to the next slide. So the general contractor or the prime contractor is ultimately responsible for the health and safety of all personnel on the site. Typically, there's at least one, if not more, full-time safety professionals on the site who's responsible for a lot of different items, one of which is often performing multiple daily inspections of the various work areas where they're documenting the proper safety procedures and protocol taking place. Included in this documentation is the proper PPE usage and amongst the workers at the various areas. So the documentation process is oftentimes manual in that the safety professional needs to be physically present to observe the activities and the PPE that's being used and either write it down on a physical paper form or have a phone and tablet ready to go where they're accessing a digital form for it to be sent off later for inclusion in the daily field notes for the site. So this process can be time consuming and it can require additional steps after the report is generated to get included into that daily activity log that I mentioned. So with that, I'd like to pass it over to Catherine.
Oh, thanks, John. It's great to hear from you and get your expertise when it comes to safety in construction sites. I just wanted to add on to all that great information you were giving us about how, and this kind of shows in this slide, how best practices aren't always reflected in reality. So PPE, everyone knows that it's very important, but still there is inconsistent usage or enforcement of personal protective equipment. Same with safety meetings, although it's known to be a very great idea to hold regular safety meetings. Sometimes those meetings aren't run as efficiently as they could be. Keeping a clean work site also is a challenge, as well as being proactive about what those job hazards are and how to address them. So here we come to the core mission of this presentation is how we can use emerging technology like artificial intelligence to help optimize safety, specifically within the construction industry. So everyone has been talking about AI now for several years, widely considered to be transformative technology. So whether we're talking about machine learning that is more supervised, in which patterns are derived from existing data, or even unsupervised machine learning, AI is really designed to imitate us. So the way that we learn, the way that we perform tasks independently. AI is AI-based tasks imitate human reality, and it's similar to how humans work. AI improves with their performance and accuracy through experience and more data exposure. So that is one of the powers of artificial intelligence, that it learns the more that it is being used, the more data that runs through an AI model. So, AI is everywhere at this point. It's, check out Siri or go online and interact with a chatbot, or go to a website and you've got, personal recommendations for you. That's all an example of artificial intelligence and machine learning. For the purposes of this webinar, we're going to be talking about how machine learning can help optimize construction site safety, and actually, when integrated with a construction site camera, deliver more value for customers. And those computer vision, machine learning models, when integrated with a camera, can extract meaning from the large amounts of data that's already being collected. And the result is it brings improved efficiency, it enhances safety, and improves quality as well for those users. So here I have in this slide a list of different types of applications of artificial intelligence as regards to construction safety. So AI can be used for safety monitoring. AI model can continuously analyze data, and the result is potential hazards and risks can be detected, and then an alert can be immediately sent out. AI can also be used for predictive analytics. So data is analyzed to anticipate potential safety hazards and allow users, such as construction managers, to implement preventative measures. Similarly, that predictive maintenance of machinery is very interesting. So AI can be used to analyze data about the equipment that's being used, to anticipate maintenance needs, which means that's going to reduce the likelihood of accidents caused by machinery malfunctions. AI can also be used for automated safety reporting. So safety reports can be generated automatically to address recurring safety issues. Emergency response and communication is another great application of AI for construction site safety. Safety reminders can be automatically generated and sent out. And then the last two I really like. One is automate hazards tasks. So instead of having a human perform the physical work that might be dangerous, let's have AI somehow handle that. And similarly with incident analysis, AI can be used to identify the root causes of incidents and discover incidents that share similarities. And the end result is the construction manager can identify preventive measures. So similar issues can be avoided in the future. And the trend to take advantage of all of this AI capability is to integrate digital tools and technologies into existing job site cameras. So all of that data is already being collected by the camera. Let's do something with it. Let's derive insights from it, whether it's predictive analytics, whether it's safety monitoring. We've got all rich wealth of data waiting for us to be used. It increases the value for the camera customer, and it transforms that camera into a super-powered computer vision, AI-based multifunctional tool, all at a low cost and a highly scalable implementation. This benefits not only customers of construction site cameras, but also construction site camera manufacturers. So for customers, obviously improves their safety, reduces costs, strengthens any mitigation they need to do with safety risks. And for the camera manufacturer, it increases the competitive edge. It's very easy to demonstrate a clear return on investment, and it allows that manufacturer to stay up to date with current leading edge technology. And as far as return on investment, it's really an easy sell to give your customers, since a minimal investment on their part will allow them to improve safety, make their daily reporting and safety audits much easier. And in fact, OSHA studies have indicated that for every $1 invested in effective safety initiatives, up to $4 to $6 can be saved as injuries and fatalities decline. So now I'd like to talk to you about BRYX. That is the Models of Service platform, cloud platform that we have developed, and it offers a variety of computer vision safety models that are designed to be integrated into third-party systems, such as a construction site camera. More information about it can be found on the gobryx.com website. It was recently the winner of the 2024 AI Breakthrough Award, and it was cited as the best AI-based solution for construction. And as noted in the report, BRYX brings the power of AI to construction industry, providing users with affordable, accessible, intelligent solutions without any need for substantial investment in technology or skills training. So BRYX provides a variety of benefits for users who want to take advantage of AI. It helps drive business reinvention by simplifying complex tasks, very powerful, yet cost-effective, and it's suitable for all data, all size data and jobs. It's very scalable. It's built to handle a large amount of data, process that data, and then return results. And it's expandable and strategic as well. So let's see. I have some examples of BRYX computer vision safety models that I wanted to show you here in this slide. In this particular use case, a multi-story building is being constructed, and a young construction worker fell through the open stairway opening, unfortunately, landing on the bottom floor, and he suffered pretty severe head injuries. He was not wearing, this is a great example of how PPE, the use of PPE could have prevented those injuries. And the challenge really is, how can we ensure that construction workers use PPE on a consistent basis? And with the lack of training being actually one of the reasons that PPE usage is hard to enforce. With BRYX, we address this use case. So BRYX has a PPE detection model that analyzes imagery and automatically detects and classifies the PPE that it finds. It generates annotated images as well as statistical reports on total usage. How can that help with safety? Well, it helps with PPE training. So PPE training is instantly enhanced with the results of this machine learning model. And it also helps with safety audits. So you can show the safety auditor that comes to make sure that the site is conforming to all the safety regulations. Using the output of this model, you can show, okay, look, this is where PPE was used in on our job site. As I mentioned before, this model is specifically designed to be integrated with a camera system. We also have another safety vision solution that detects traffic control devices. So very important for roadway construction projects in which you need to make sure that the devices that have been set up to control traffic, including drums and cones and barriers and fences, have all been set up correctly and have not been mispositioned or somehow taken away. With this traffic control device detection model, inspectors can run their imagery of their work zone through the model, the BRYX model. BRYX is going to detect the devices that are there. And so inspectors can easily make sure that their work zone conforms to the spec without having to manually drive through the site and check it visually. So how would this work? In this case, with the model being integrated into a third-party system, BRYX would pull images from the camera queue. Could also set it up so that the camera is pushing images to BRYX on a scheduled cadence. Once those images arrive into the BRYX platform, then the model starts running automatically. All this processing is offloaded to the cloud since BRYX is a completely cloud-based solution. So that really helps with high performance. And then once the model is done, those results are then returned back to that construction site customer. So I was going to give a brief demo of the PPE detection model right now and BRYX. 1 second, and I will pull this up. Okay. Isn't that hard to find? So here you'll see this is gobryx.com. We have a wide variety of different machine learning and computer vision models that are available for use, but for the purposes of this webinar, we're most interested in the PPE detection model. So if you see here, when I click on details, it gives me more details about all the different kinds of PPE that is currently being detected by this model and what is then generated as an output of the model. And to show you what that output looks like, I'm going to log into our test environment, and you see here that I've got actually here an example of one of the annotated images that the PPE model has processed and generated. So you see here that our BRYX has automatically detected all these different types of PPE that is being used, along with the percentage of how confident the model is on the accuracy of that detection. Not only does BRYX generate annotated imagery, but as I had mentioned, it also generates statistical reports. So here you'll see a list of all the objects that were detected and in which image they were detected, get some more information about confidence level, as well as the dimensions of the annotation on the image. And then if you need total counts, which is very important for safety audits, we have a detection counts by image tab that shows you the input image, the name of the annotated output image, and then here are all the types of PPE that were detected, along with total counts of the detections. So going back to my slideshow, we just have a few more slides. I would love to open this up to questions and answers, but this is more about next steps, what we can do together. We do offer API integration to BRYX models to provide fast, easy, and affordable analysis. Really helps you provide value add to your existing customers or expand into new markets by integrating one of our models into your solution. We're currently developing a partnership with another camera system manufacturer. And as far as are you a good fit, our program is really designed for third-party platforms that want to advance their business using the best technology out there. So if there are next steps or questions or interest in exploring more, we encourage you to contact Jay. And actually, Jay, maybe this is a great time to hand it back over to you.
Yes, thank you, Kathleen. It was very informative slides and presentations. So that being said, hopefully last 20 minutes, it will help you guys understand what is BRYX and why, and what is our purpose that we wanted to develop the relationship with you guys. Obviously, each camera manufacturer are in the different purpose and need. So therefore, I like to set up the one-on-one meeting to understand where you guys are, what interests on it, what we can work it out together on it. It will be the long progress, but my job is to make sure it will lead into the more effective and save time, and we can have both parties win and win situations. So that being said, I will send out the personal email to you, and then we'll schedule time to talk. From now on, we'll take any questions that you guys have. We have about 5 more minutes. And Catherine, maybe sometimes people are shy to ask questions, so maybe you can have while you're working on this, maybe you can have few questions that ask and that you often get asked, and then you can kind of going over things. Maybe that will help the attendees to start asking questions.
Sure. So I'm going to go back then to this slide. I sometimes get asked, how many images per hour, per camera, every day can be captured. And that is dependent on the customer's needs, the customer's security or safety needs. For example, we can capture 4 images per hour per camera for 10 hours every day to give a good sense, to capture a good sense of what PPE is being used on site. But again, that's configurable and flexible. So that's something that we get asked frequently. Another question we get asked is and something that I want to highlight is that this is completely cloud-based and scalable. So that really means that it is built to scale. It can process BRYX can process a large amount of data very quickly, because we know that it's very important to get insights on that data as soon as possible. Does that help?
Yes.
Yeah.
we'll wait another 10 to 15 seconds
Okay.
if it's, yeah.
Oh, we do have a question now. Thank you for asking that question. What's the typical delay between image upload and result availability for this image? That's a really good question. I think I can get back to you on the exact average, but the impression I get is it really depends on how many images are being sent to BRYX as far as the processing time. Actually, I'm not sure that's exactly what you're asking, though. You're asking about image upload delay. Oh, good. You're typing. I will say, as you type, at this point, we are not dealing with real-time processing of these images. There you go. Can we build? Yeah, thanks for asking that. I think I just anticipated your question. Right now, BRYX is not designed for that kind of real-time processing. But that is, so the use case more for the BRYX model is, collecting images, pulling images from a queue, then processing them and returning the results. So real-time usage or real-time processing isn't available for BRYX. Thank you.
Kathleen, do we have any timeline for updating the real-time image?
A timeline for updating real-time. So we're going to be supporting video processing very, very shortly. As far as real-time, that goes into an aspect of AI that we are still exploring. So I can't give a definite time on that. Any limitation about image resolution? No limitation that I know of. The limitation, it's not a limitation, it's more of a spec that we have currently for this model is the camera angle. So this model has been trained on a large data set, but the camera angle, and I think it is, let's see if I can just show this really fast. Yeah. I go into my catalog and show details. It is oblique to level camera angles are required for this particular model. Keep the questions coming. This is great. And we can always follow up with you in case if we don't have the answer.
Yes, I think time is up now. And if you have any more questions, please type.
Thank you.
Perfect. So that being said, I want to say thank you for joining our webinar today. And once again, thank you, John and Kathleen. This will be our webinar for today, and then I will follow individually. Thank you.